This is Rodney Ho with AJC.com. I'm here with Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's the day after WrestleMania, and it is the launch day for WWE's Tough Enough, which is on USA tonight. Tell me a little bit about how you got involved with the show.
Well, I got a phone call, and they told me what the show was going to be. They were kind of bringing it back out.
Yeah, it's been 7 or 8 years, hasn't it?
7 or 8 years, and kind of reinvented it, made it a better piece of machinery, and I was intrigued and interested by the idea. Signed on. I love the business of sports entertainment. I was looking forward to getting back into that.
How long has it been since you were...
From that standpoint, and I had a blast making this show.
Was it, what was it like in terms of just being the host as opposed to being sort of the central, in a way you're a central character, but not really because it's the contestants, I guess.
Well, I mean, as far as, the way I host, I can do anything I want on that show. I can show up when I want to. I can not show up when I want to. As far as the, deliberations go, and I decide who my bottom three is, and then how I go about, making my eliminations as each week a contestant leaves. I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. So I could do exactly whatever I wanted to show. I made it my own animal, and I had a real big comfort zone.
And what were the contestants like? I mean, overall, did you have any position to pick the contestants, or did they come to you after the fact? The production company picked all the contestants and you showed up?
The contestants were picked. I showed up. And,
so you had no clue who these people were, right?
Didn't have any clue. I knew that there were some with some experience, some with no experience, and then I got wind of who the trainers were, people that I've all crossed paths with in my career.
Yeah, this is some good experienced people, aren't they?
Booker T and Bill DeMott, all wonderful folks who have been in the business for a long time, have a deep appreciation, love, and respect for it, and I think there was immediate chemistry between all of us, and I think it made for some good TV.
And what did you think of some of the contestants? I watched the first episode. There were some really weak candidates there. I mean, were you shocked at how unprepared some of these people really were?
Well, to me, when you have a show called Tough Enough, you better show up in shape, because when it's going to call upon some physicality in the ring,
yes,
you need to be in shape. And not everyone showed up in as good a shape as they could have. And those first few weeks, that's when it's a little bit on the easy side. I weed through the weak and find the strong. And as it goes on, the separation between good and better is a lot, closer together. So those first few were kind of easy pickings, but I thought it made for good and compelling TV, and all the way around it was a fun job. And
you had Miss USA there. Was that a bit of a shocker? You got a pageant girl showing up?
Kind of a shocker. She's a tough chick. She's beautiful. She thinks on her feet. And she's very bright. I thought she represented herself pretty well for never being, inside the squared circle. I was impressed with her.
So ultimately, you can't say who the winner is, but are you happy with who you ended up picking in the end?
Absolutely, I am. Each week, we go through a bottom three, and I give each contestant a chance,
right,
to save themselves in that bottom three elimination. And with the people that I ended up with, I think represented well, and I'm real happy with the final two.
One more question: How was WrestleMania last night for you?
Well, I enjoyed WrestleMania. I was just there to referee a match between Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler, but being
it was a bit of a comedic match, right? This wasn't a serious one.
You've got a guy like Michael Cole who's wonderful when he talks on on the microphone.
Right.
He's a great heel announcer, but you can call this action from ringside for several years, but all of a sudden after watching it and calling it, and then you go in there to do it, you find out that it's easier said than done, and so He had a blank look on his face out there at times. Jerry Lawler is one of my favorite performers inside the ring.
Sure.
So, and I think I don't think Michael Cole was prepared for how the nervous energy of being in front of 70,000 people will just make you breathless. You kind of lose all your oxygen. But he did well. He did as good as he could.
You think Jerry let him off a little easy sometimes?
No, well, let's just say when you get inside that 20 by 20 ring in a WWE environment, and these are the best athletes in the world at doing this specific task, entertaining fans in big arenas, it's actually a lot tougher than it looks. I'll tell that to anybody. You get in the ring with another guy and go try to have a match. You won't have one because you won't know what to do.
Right. Well, thank you so much. This is Stone Cold Steve Austin here in Atlanta right after WrestleMania, and he's promoting Tough Enough, which is debuting tonight on USA Network. Thank you so much. It's Rodney Ho with AJC.com.